careful of those island boys. Little girl, use your head. They will tear you up like a paper toy. Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, no, no, no.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
And I'm Rumbi.
Welcome to It's Layered.
We're in a long-distance friendship that started over 20 years ago when we were in high school.
We'll be talking about all things life, love, family, anything and everything else under the sun.
Delve deeper with us because in life, you know, Jhene, my layers.
Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh my gosh, Rumbi, look at us again together in person. Isn't this amazing?
It's amazing. Season 4, we coming at you.
Wow, this is so, as you can tell, we're in Prague, Rumbi said before.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy to be here.
I'm
in
so
Rumbi's
glad.
backyard.
Mm-hmm. I'm so glad she came to see a little bit of my neck of the woods. We'll fill you all in on that as we go.
Yeah.
But how have you been since we
I've
last?
been good.
spoke?
Good. A lot has. I feel like so
Yeah.
rusty even coming back on the podcast
Yeah,
because
for
I'm like,
sure.
who am I? Where am I? But
Mhm.
yeah, here we are.
Mhm.
How are you?
It's been crazy. Like, we've just had my wedding. My wedding.
Yay!
Amanda's a mom now.
Yay!
Like, so when we say there's been a lot,
Yeah.
there has
It's
been so
insane.
many things that have changed, and I guess we're entering into new eras in
Yeah.
our lives.
For sure.
It's been so fascinating and interesting that we've kind of switched together in the same year.
Yeah.
Like, things
Yeah.
have changed for us
Yeah.
both.
It's been a big year.
Monumental
for both of us.
things.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
yeah, so we just thought we'd go in a little bit on that. No, we've been gone for a while, and peeps have been asking.
Yeah, they were like, what you up to?
What you
doing?
up to? I actually want to shout out some of our listeners avid listeners. Number one, we got to shout out Mama Doob. She's
Yes,
probably our
oof,
number one
Carol
fan.
stays strong.
What it do? Number one fan. But like so many people, Jojo, Joyce, Pumbi,
Yes. Chipo Dawia.
yes, Chipo Gumbi.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many. Larissa, shout out to you. Naledi, shout out to you.
Kuzisa Kubranya.
Shout out to y'all. Tino
Yeah.
Kapfumo.
Wow.
Like, we could shout out the whole squad, but thank you so much, everybody who like listens and shows love. Like, honestly, we're back because of y'all, because people be like, where y'all at? Time's
Yeah.
running out. So
For sure.
yeah, so thank you
For
so
sure,
much.
for sure.
Patty, I think too.
Yeah, there's
So-
so many. Sorry if we didn't name
Yeah.
drop you, because I feel like people are going to be like, hey, what about me?
But you can comment on this episode and we'll holler back at you too. Like, really, no, we appreciate each and every one of you. So of course we've been gone for a while and the streets want to know,
Yeah.
Amanda, what have you been up to since we last spoke? Like, give us a bit more.
So as
detail.
Rumbi said, I've become a new mom now to a beautiful baby boy, Jerome.
Mhm.
Shout out to Jerome.
Jerry.
Jerry, Romy, what are the other nicknames he's been getting? Like, girl. But like, yeah, we're gonna go more deeper into it as the season goes.
Yeah.
Motherhood is a
Yeah.
whole new hood. Like, it's ghetto. Why didn't you guys tell me? But like, no, like seriously, it's the most beautiful and frantic thing at the same time. I call it a beautiful chaos.
Yeah.
Because
Mhm,
it's
I can
like
imagine.
your life is just upended, but at the same time, it's such a beautiful time. And it's something you can't equate to anything else unless, I know, like, you sometimes meet people who are mothers and like, you will see when you're a mother, and you're like, whatever. But this is literally like, I had to
for
see it to get it.
Mm.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, we'll go into that as the season goes. And in the meantime, Rumbi, you tell us what you've been up to. Why are we here, girl?
So where we here go? So I am officially married now. Which is wild. to say.
Fully Murata.
Like
Mining it.
yeah, like planned a whole other wedding.
Yeah.
Moving into
Beautiful wedding.
this era, like just like Amanda said, we will have an episode because Chale, like it's been real. So that's really been it, like planning the wedding, did a bit of travel during the summer's coming to a close. But honestly, it's just been that and some work. So yeah, I'm relieved.
You're
like,
relieved?
let me just say, I've been waiting for this moment.
Planning a wedding, girl. I don't envy you. it was a beautiful wedding, and I can't wait to show you guys some more content about from that, because I'm sure you've seen and been following our socials. Rumbi looked amazing,
and so did Amanda. I actually was in my wedding dress, and I was like, I also want to be in the dress these ladies are wearing, the bridesmaids. They look stunning. I was so happy. But yeah, what does this new era signify for you?
Wow,
like new chapter.
I think for me, especially with motherhood, it's not just about me anymore. There's someone else I have to consider. Like, unselfishly, like, just think of him and think, oh, what do I need to do for him? Because I mean, they're so helpless, right?
Yes.
So I think it's just the ultimate sacrifice, I would probably say, because you're like, wow, okay, I can't just up and go. Like, even coming here or doing things, like, it's just, you have to always consider someone else when you're living your life, which even more than when you do with any other relationship. It's the oddest thing. And I think that will go with time. Obviously, the older they become, you let go of those reins. But you can see why people moms treat their kids who are like 50 like they're still 10 or something.
Because you spend so much of your time
nurturing them and taking care of them that it's hard to let go, I think. So this new era with me signifies new change. It really does.
I get that. I get that.
Does.
I think for me, I'm still understanding my new era. Like when people are like, call me by my married name, I'm just like, what does it even mean? Like, what does it mean to be married? And, you know, also realizing, and we can go into this, like how people treat you shifts. And it's like, but I'm still Rumbi. So I think this new era is really like me finding who Rumbi is with this new title without losing myself, but also coming to the party for whatever, you know what I mean? So,
but we're similar because again, you're considering someone else.
You're not just like
Rumbi, you know, you're like, oh, there's someone else I have to think about now.
What do I want? Oh no, but what serves us as a collective?
And you. So it's like, what do you think surprised you the most
about moving into this? I just think
becoming a wifey.
I just think how much weight people put on this title. I think that's really like been a bit of a like, really, was I a nobody before? I don't know how to explain it.
Oh my gosh, I co-sign.
So it's like, geez, I'm proud and I'm happy, and of course I made this decision because I want to. I love the person I'm with, but it's like I have other things I'm proud of too.
They're just as important.
You know, but I think it's something that's really evident and it's really visual too. So, and you invite people into that, whereas like in other areas of my life, maybe I'm doing it more just for myself or in a smaller circle. So that's been it's
almost like an achievement. You've made it, girl.
And it's like, no, there's so many other things I want to do, but that's definitely what has surprised you about motherhood.
I think the fact that we're still very heavily like centered on gender. Like, I didn't know throughout my whole pregnancy, my husband and I decided not to know the sex of our baby, which was like a surprise for us. It's something fun to keep us going, guessing what they could be. But then when we found out it was a boy, like when they came out of me and they're, oh, it's a boy. And then the reception was like, I expected that if I had had a girl, of course people are happy for you. But there's a little catchy extra because he's a boy. First boy. You know, it's like, wow, really? In this year of 2022, we still care? You know, and then obviously you get aunts and who are very open about their opinions. And they'll literally say, thank you that it's a boy. You know, you did the right thing. You know,
like you're the one who went to manufacture the child and be like, okay, I want a boy here.
And like, I definitely think Gen Z and onwards would not care about boy girl. So it's so funny how other like baby boomers and them are so tied to
gender, carrying on the family name, doing us proud, giving them a boy. And
it's like, oh, okay.
And you know, it's actually the man who determines the gender.
So I think that surprised me the most, the amount of like relief I thought people had that it was healthy, first of all, which is everyone, but then the boy part was like
unexpected.
I didn't expect that. I didn't even know what I would feel like. But then I think people are too happy. I'm like, what if it had been a girl? Like,
then what?
Would you just be pretending? Or just go, oh, they're healthy, full stop?
Yeah, that's wild.
Because the boy thing
I feel like too, because I remember when Gabrielle Union had her baby, she was like, people are checking how dark, how the girl looks. They'll start looking at like, is she pretty? Is she going to be a pretty girl? And like that pressure from baby, it's crazy.
Insane.
Crazy.
Insane.
But Amanda, you gave birth to a cute ass baby. I will tell y'all, I'm in love with baby Jerome. Like I just be looking, anytime I'm sad, another photo.
I know they do that too.
Yeah,
You're like, I'm tired, but you're so cute.
And Amanda was like, maybe I'm biased. It's my baby. I think he's cute. I was like, nah, y'all really legit produce. Maybe I'm biased because I'm the auntie. If you grow up to
be an ugly boy, I mean, because the pressure's
on. The bar has been set. But yeah.
What's disappointed you so far, though? Like in getting a new role, in becoming a wife, what have you thought?
Yeah, I think what's disappointed me is like maybe a lack of concern for me. You know what I mean? Like, and in terms of some key people in my life, like, the wedding, you must be so excited, the wedding houses, or more concerned about everything around it. But it's like, are you ready? Do you know what it means? Like, no one's really asking me. Like some people, I would have expected that, not having that conversation, or to be like, are you okay? Do you feel good about it? Is this what I mean? I knew I literally said this, like we met with our pastor, and even just to my now husband, I was like, this decision was made long ago. Like, it's just the official, like there was no like, I'm waiting for that moment at the aisle to be like, yes or no. I was like, the decision was made long time ago. Of course. But I just feel like, but are people concerned about me? If I feel like I'm ready or in the headspace, maybe they trust me.
Do you think they're more concerned about Tom?
Yeah, and it's more like about the family. Musatinya said, don't embarrass us to the family. You gotta like the relief about, oh, the wedding was so beautiful and nice. Like, I'm like, what did you expect anyway? But that's another conversation. But it's kind of like, okay, you've done well. Like it's more like how you look, optics. That's really what it's been, and it's a weird thing. And had I not had those internal conversations with myself and with people that I can open up to about like, I'm happy with making this decision, like this is something I want, and just my own internal processing of like this journey for me. I think I could have easily just made this decision and just like been like, oops, like, you know what I mean? That was interesting for me to witness.
Optics are a big thing, especially in African families. Like, it doesn't matter what's happening underneath. It's like, just go along with it. Looks good. Like, even if it doesn't feel good.
And for you?
I think for me, how closeted, as much as people are open about motherhood, they're also not. And it's traumatic in some way. Like, you're literally giving birth, and then it's like you expect to just smile and be happy, and you got your baby. Everything is but like there's so much to do. Like physically, your body is going through a transformation, mentally, spiritually. So I think for me, I'm a bit disappointed that we're not more vocal about it, or we're vocal when the time comes. But I think a lot of these things, you need time to process. So it's like you're processing all these things so quickly, and then you're just being told all these things where you're like, why didn't you tell me before? You know, like, why? Again, we always talk about this, like, we feel like with marriage, with sex, with so many things that women go through, we need to have these conversations earlier. Like, don't just have it when I'm about to go through it.
And I feel like too, then there's an expectation, oh, you should know, or like,
why don't you know?
Or it's hard, just get on with it. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
By who?
Exactly. It's so true. And I think that's why we even have this podcast, because people ask like, why or what, but it's to have these conversations, because there's so many things in my life I was like, why didn't anyone tell me about this? Like, why is it such a, but it's really trying to open up this channel of communication and sharing.
Or at least have you consider. Like, okay, I never saw. Like, there's so many things I'm like, I don't know, like breastfeeding, for example, it's like not as easy just putting a baby on your boob. And before you're pregnant, I think that's what most of us think. Like, when people say, would you choose to breastfeed? Like, I will, of course I will. Then you realize how big it is. You're like, maybe I won't. And how would that look for me? And what's the pressure? Like, there's so many things to it where it's like, we need to have more deeper conversations about it. And around it. But hey,
that's why we're gonna have separate episodes for this, to actually delve into these things, because and of course we will never exhaust it, but I just think let's just start the conversation.
Talking. But what makes you happy about this new phase? I actually didn't think of that, but we should be happy. Sure, why are we doing this?
People are gonna be like, dang, girls,
why are you happy yourself?
I think what makes me happy, similar to what I was saying, like the decision was made long ago, it's just like the a knowing of partnership and knowing that you're gonna have someone in your life to like help guide you and help, you know, share in moments, enjoy, celebrate. I'm definitely looking forward to that and building together. You know, I never used to understand it as a single person what partnership was fully. Yeah. But there really is a building. Like the person I was when I started dating him is not the person I am, and the things you've been able to accomplish over the course of the relationship. You really see how
like ride or die.
Two can do so much more than one. Like it says in the Bible. Like really, I think I look forward to that. I look forward to living and traveling, and just sharing experiences. We are both really like experiences people. We both really care about you know, the people who matter, like family and friends. So like enjoying and I just look forward to like what life is going to bring past, like, you know, this sort of moment of which sometimes feels obligatory of like, oh, you have to have the wedding, but like just really building in what life brings us and just like taking it all in. Like I think that's what I look forward to. I think doing life. That's what I look forward to doing the most. And for you,
that's so beautiful.
What makes you don't cry again.
I think for me, it is raising someone. Like it's almost like you got this pure little innocent person, and to see what they'll be like. Which traits will he have of myself? Which traits will he have of mine or his own completely? Like just it's like you're shepherding someone, right, and guiding them, and then wondering is this going to be the right thing? Am I doing the right? And after you and me have talked about parenting and our parents and all this and African parents, but now it's our turn, right? So it's like,
can you do it right? Are we going to be any better?
Or as right as you can? And like it's exciting. It's like, what's going to happen? What's around the corner? How is he going to be? Is he going to be a bubbly, chatty child or more quieter and introspected? Or is he going to be like all these things that are just, and everything's beautiful, right? But just to discover all those aspects of him. I think it's just going to be like, he's discovered, like they say a son is born or daughter's born, but a mother's also born. So I feel like even for me, how am I gonna be as a person now that I'm a mother? So that's really exciting times ahead
for sure.
And a lot of diaper changing, but
I was like, have you had the nappy blow
the blowouts? Oh god. And, see, another episode is needed to talk about this. And I think we forget it's a blessing for you to be married, for me to be, it's a lot of people don't get to experience it or experience it very differently. And we've managed to be happy with where we are.
Fortunate. And the thing is, right now, in the decision I made right now, I feel so fortunate and so blessed and so grateful. Because I also know what it was to not have that, right? That's another thing. So what do you think the expectations are that are being placed on you as a mother? We kind of touched on a little bit, or in this new chapter, not just mother, in the new era, because it also encompasses not just you being a mother to Jerome, but there's also now a wife, and like in your family, like what position, and also with
I think to be able to do it all. Like I'm expected to be strong in every aspect. Like, you know, the child is growing up well. Your wife, your husband or wife, whoever you're with is happy. You're like, everything is like, it has to be 100. And it's like, that's not realistic. It's impossible. But it's definitely expected of me. I feel that already. Like everyone wants a piece of you. And then how do you have enough for yourself? Like essentially it's like you're holding a cake and people are taking the slices and you're like, cool, what about me? And I feel like that's the biggest thing, where it's like people expect me to be, and in some ways even with friendships people expect me to be exactly the same, but it's like I can't. I now have, my time is divided, as I said, like the cake analogy, like someone's taking 2 slices, those are the 1 slice is to go to you, but now I can't give it to you. So it's like that, like how do I navigate this new space, but everyone's expecting exactly the same. You can't.
I have to agree. I think it's like also, you know, the weight of like, okay, I'm not just thinking about myself no more. And also I am someone who wants to make the people I care about feel valued, like I've spent time with them. And it's hard because you're like, it used to be so easy. I'll just like be like, oh, off I go. And I'm so grateful and fortunate to have people in my life who are understanding and caring and get it. But even then sometimes like, no, but I also want to. But it's like you think of the other person. And now I think people have an expectation that I'll walk around like Ndini Ningi, I Mrs. So and so. You better put some respect on my name.
Yeah.
It's like, just respect me for me, man. And yeah, I get that, like the demand, and I think even within our friendship, it's evolving. And I mentioned to you, it's like having to find a way to make the friendship work.
And put time into it. Because the thing is, a lot of times we could be wanting, but it's like Rumbi's busy with hubby, I'm busy with baby. Then it's like, oh, we last caught up 2 weeks ago. We're like, like making sure that doesn't happen. And it happens easily.
Exactly. And it's adjusting and saying, like, maybe we can't have our 3-4 hour catch-ups. Maybe it'll be an hour this time. But that's okay. Just making sure you're checking in. Or like, Amanda, when she's breastfeeding, it's like she'll text, and with time difference, we can have a bit of a text. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's literally putting the work in. It's a relationship, like putting time and effort into that.
And this is just ours, but imagine yours with everyone else as well.
Exactly.
So it's
exactly. So,
do you think people's perceptions of you have changed? Like when they look at you now, they're like, oh, now you're Rumbi.
Yes. I think they are like, definitely people feel like now you are somebody.
Oh my God. Because we put too much weight on marriage.
Exactly. And now what you say has weight to it, maybe a little more. And of course, there's a level of like, you are almost, with the submission thing, it's like you almost like have no voice in certain things. And now I belong to another like I've been handed over, like I'm from one to the other. It's like the individuality is kind of left out and lost. And I think people think it's like you've made it, and I'm like, made what? Like, this is just part of the journey of life. And maybe I'm a bit too like cynical. I don't know if it's cynicism at all, but like I'm just like, it's just it's an addition, a positive, great addition to my life, but it's not my life.
It's not your whole life.
Just like my work is not my life, or my, you know what I mean? There's more to me, there's more to Rumbi beyond, but I think there's that. And I think there's a thing of like, I'm no longer myself, and I'm like, no, I want to still keep my random Rumbiness with me, which is what he fell in love with after all. Like,
exactly.
I wouldn't be I wouldn't be
had you not been you.
Exactly.
I think for me, definitely there's that big jump from like from where you're at right now, like being a wife. It's like, oh, why am I, it's like, oh, now am I with a kid? Like then it's like, and in our culture again, that's like hugely valued. And to me, I feel exactly like you. I'm just me. Yeah, of course I have this beautiful baby boy, but it's not, I don't know, it's like I'm still me underneath that. He's him and I'm me, and I have him with me, but it's not like, but I think people just think, oh, now you're wiser, now you're, and in some aspects, I'm an expert on him, but I'm not an expert on every single thing. And the respect level people give you, it's like, no, you can respect me even with or without a child. And I know for my single friends, or friends without kids, or friends who don't want to have kids, it's always something they have to grapple with, because literally, I'd want to deny it, but it's undeniable. There is a difference. Like people do treat you differently. It's like an elevation. Like, and even with Rumbi's wedding, I remember there's so many hints towards have kids.
Okay.
So it's like, oh man, she's just made it like 2 minutes ago across the altar, and now it's like, kids. So it's like
wild.
This, I think that, and that also probably could be something disappointing too,
because you don't know my journey to if I even want kids. Number one, most people don't even know, they just assume. Number two, you don't know what it's going to take. And I mean, people have said to me, I've said, oh no, I think I'm one and done, I want to have one, and they're like, I already feel people's tension. How could
about
you?
That, like, oh my gosh. So it's like, again, you're perceived to, you have to do this and do that, and it's like,
so basically you just have to learn to run your own race, because
that's what we're saying.
Ultimately you will never satisfy everybody, and you'll go crazy trying to satisfy everybody. That's 1000%. It's so hard though. It's so hard, but it's really, I think that's what I'd say. Who is Amanda now?
No.
How would you describe yourself?
I'm still in discovery mode. I think because Bub is so young as well, it's like still new. He's a newborn and I'm a new mother, so we're still figuring each other out. He's still figuring himself out in this world. I'm still figuring how he fits into this world. And I think Amanda now is in discovery, evolving mode. Like I'm not, I can feel life changing, and I'm trying to figure it out in the midst of all that. But at the same time, I'm still wanting to keep on like being me. But maybe evolving me. I don't know. I'm still in the thick of it, so it's really hard to give a definitive answer. But definitely it's exciting in some ways and very scary in others.
Absolutely.
I'm having to let go of some things that I'm like, okay, that was before. Like right now, I can't scroll mindlessly on Instagram forever because I have things to do.
Literally.
You know, I have to take care of someone, literally. So it's like, Amanda now is still watch this space. I
for
think,
sure.
Definitely.
And also giving up like work, right? For, you know,
a different type of work.
Yes. And absolutely. But I'm so proud of you. Like, just to say as an aside, like Amanda coming here was no easy decision at all. And it's a huge, something I feel so grateful and blessed that you were able to do. And was really hard to explain to people, like, why is she coming?
Umana is so young. The kid is so young.
You know, so I'm so happy you could obviously make it. Like, obviously I understood if she couldn't make like, you know, but I think it was a bit of that kind of having that Amanda-ness, like taking care of Amanda too in the midst of it. And I don't think we're taught enough.
And I'm grateful that I actually had the opportunity to come. Because then it's like I needed rest. I needed to reconnect with myself. I needed also, like, I'm lucky enough that I have a very involved partner, a very involved husband, so I could leave him with someone. You know what I mean? So it's like, and you wonder for single parents, how do you carve out time for yourself? I mean, when I came out, Rumbi and I were laughing because we were like, you know, we're not at that nightclubbing phase. We were like, we get to a new city, you wanna go out. Now it's like, I want to sleep.
Literally.
I want to have maybe a massage and go to bed, like a glass of wine. And so it's like, even that's evolving. So it's been, thank you for giving me the ultimate excuse to also have some rest.
And thank you to myself for, like, you know, also, and that's the thing, it's like that balance of like give and take, and being willing to give so that you could take, you know, so it's leaning definitely, and thank you to for giving this to me. Like, that's the greatest gift I could have asked for on my wedding day, is to have, like, you know, you by my side, because that's the thing too, is like, people don't understand the emotional support you need. Like, it's so much about the other things, but like when you're just you getting ready, especially I think getting ready for my day, when we're just the three of us with my sister and you, it really felt like, okay, it's these are the things people don't see. It's like that needing that support of like, it's okay, let's put this on you, let's help take you up, let's you know, there's
and the energy
and the energy,
well, because it could be like nerve-wracking, or is it like just you're chilled and you're enjoying the moment?
Exactly.
And people to remind you to enjoy the moment.
Exactly.
Who do you think Rumbi is now?
I think Rumbi is definitely discovering being a wife in the way that serves myself and my husband and our family. And also Rumbi is still exploring what she wants to be and do. Like, I don't want it to stop. Like, one of my greatest fears is to feel like I'm stagnant and I lose myself completely. So, and I spoke to Amanda about this, like leading up to Rora and leading up to this wedding, I found myself doing a course on this, or trying to, because I felt like a deep need to keep like feeding myself. I was reading avidly, like as an escape, like just because I feel I need that for myself. Those are things that fuel and feed me. And I hope I never stop feeding those aspects of myself. Of course, there's more time now to put into this relationship and working on it, of course. But yeah, it really is discovery. Like, y'all, I just started, so
watch the space as well.
I have to tell you later, because I'm just, someone will be like, hey, yes, you want to discover, and then meanwhile, you know. But yeah, it's definitely still trying to, but also still wanting to maintain like my meanness. If that
do you think
sense.
That's your biggest fear of this new era? To not maintain.
I'm very scared of that, and I think I'm scared even when I think of, you know, having a child. Like, I really have, and also you still want the personal growth. You want to heal parts of yourself. You want to, you know, and my sister Sonia was like, you know, it's okay to discover some of these things within the context of marriage, or eventually within the context of being a parent.
To not have it all figured out.
You don't have to have it all. I think I have a great fear because like we're trying to, as Amanda said, we're trying to do it differently, and like and so it's hard sometimes because then you feel like, oh no, I need to have it all my ducks in a row. But it's like you'll inevitably never be fully ready.
And when you're doing something differently, you also have to make up, like people will naysay it. They'll be like, because you're doing something different. Automatically people question it because it's not normal to them. So it's pretty hard. And I know my greatest fear is making sure my child is well-rounded. Like not putting my trauma onto them. Just what we've learned, as Rimbi said, we're trying to do things differently. You know, our parents did this great job as they could as well, but there's some aspects where you're like, you know, hashtag African parents, because there's some stuff they've pushed on us that they feared or they love that's not necessarily healthy. So it's also like doesn't serve. And also it's like, okay, so how have I learned from that? Because I would hope with us as Africans, as Black girls, as Zimbabweans, that each generation we're evolving, we're elevating. So how am I gonna help?
But also not put too much pressure on yourself.
Exactly.
So because
on him.
Yes. So exactly. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect for sure. I think we're both entering eras, you know, Amanda and I are like real planners, like we like things a certain way, and we're entering eras of like letting go more, and it's a weird thing. It's like, what does that mean?
Let it flow.
I want to know.
Where? Which direction?
Yes, exactly. So it's definitely challenging in that way for sure. And so I guess in light of that, how do you feel like you're going to try and maintain that spirit of being you or discovering your new you?
Well, definitely trips like this help.
For sure.
Seeing you carving out some time for me, definitely, I think will help me.
Yeah.
Letting my husband carve out some time for him will definitely help him, us, the two of us, us, the three of us. I think being conscious of that. Yeah. Like, even if it means a schedule. Like, I was actually thinking about last night, and I need to really be like, okay, date night, is that once a week? You know, do we go out, you know, as a family once a week or twice a week? Like, you know, like really thinking of set things. And I know it might feel like our schedule boring, but I think if we do the opposite, we just let it flow, we'll just get sucked in into the mundaneness, the routineness of life. So I need to be conscious about, like, maybe every 6 months, do we go away for a weekend? Do we, you know, like, just have set things where it's like we do that, we just always do. And I think in doing so we can reconnect, like, to myself, to me as a wife, to me as a mother.
That's so beautiful.
So yeah, definitely. I think that's the only way.
Even how we schedule like the podcast recording is so great, because it's like a meeting. It's like, okay, and something you look forward to. So that's really, I like that. I think, for me, I think I'm doing a course, so I've finished that course, hopefully. And carving out time. I just finished reading Atomic Habits, and it was talking about like in small doses, like you incrementally. I'm not good at taking care of myself sometimes. Amanda knows, and my sister was on my ass about that. But like making sure, like I've started a new system where I have to record when I make time for myself, which is weird because I'm like, what do you mean? So active, like I literally actively need to be that person to switch off and to not put so much demand on myself for others, but also be like, there's only so much I can do for others. And I think that's going to help me find things that interest me and actually actively do that. And then similarly, date nights, like with my partner, like be like, okay, this is what we're doing today, in present moments, phones away, you know, we're just, you know, tapping into this and, you know, things like that, which is hard, especially when there's work, you're doing this. But yeah, I think I agree. And
I would have to say, like, you have to be conscious about it. You can't just think it's going to happen. And I mean, our viewers or listeners can definitely let us know if they have secrets to how to navigate all this new stuff. But I think that always comes back to make time for yourself. Make sure to do so. Because it's a lot. You're dealing with a lot.
Yeah, for sure. But no, I think before we wrap it up, I can't believe we're wrapping it up.
But that means I'm also leaving.
She's literally, y'all, this is how much we love y'all. Remember last time, literally just before Rora, we were recording. Amanda's literally flying out this afternoon, and we had to crack these mics. I love that term. So what can viewers look forward to in this new season?
Oh,
season 4.
That new. I think Wimby and I are always trying to evolve, trying to do new things. So you can expect new things. I mean, we want to talk about more topics that we know that you guys want to hear and that we can delve into. There's so much. But I think an elevation.
Yeah.
And
level up.
Yeah.
Level up.
We've evolved. So things are going to change. So expect that for sure.
Yeah. I agree. And I think still bringing us. Yeah. But a new us. Like, I'm sure if you listen to season 1 and now season 4, you'll be like, who these people are? Yeah, you know, I actually need to go back and listen to episodes, just be like,
I know.
What were you talking about? You know,
we've grown.
Yeah, we've
as the world is changing in our own little world and the global world. Yes. We're changing.
Yeah. And I hope it's going to be more things that you enjoy and to connect more with you. And I'm so grateful for this platform. As we've said before, we literally just started it, like, you know, and the fact that people still want to hear what we have to say.
How amazing is that?
It's amazing, and we hope like it benefits you. And so we back like a bad rat.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for more. Thank you so much, and thank you for being here.
This will be the last time for a little bit that you see us together, but you'll definitely hear us together.
Yeah, we've definitely been spoiled this year compared to, you know, like we were denied for a long time.
We made up for it.
We made up for it. So grateful. Thank you everybody for listening. As always, hit us up on our socials, Instagram, It's Layered. We are on Twitter. We can have chats about topics or whatever you want to share. It's on Twitter. We're at It's Layered Pod. You can email us, itslayedpod@gmail.com. And please feel free to DM us, slide in the DM, send us voice notes. Maybe we'll play a few and answer some questions on here. But thank you so much. And we will catch you soon.
Happy to be back.
Cheers.
See ya.
Oh, no.